Hey guys, Nestler Magic here, and it looks like the clueless Zoomer that they put in charge of the Magic Esports account who's trying to be edgy Wendy's but failing miserably at it, failed miserably at it again. Now, I don't mean to, toot my own horn too hard, but I've been edgy Wendy's in YouTube form since like 2013. I'm like a 70-year-old guy who just doesn't give a crap anymore, stuck in a pretty much 70-year-old guy's body. Honestly, I got a lot of health problems. So they tweeted out something somewhat offensive. I mean, I hate to even use that term. It seems a little generous, but definitely like alienating a portion of the community. But like that was the joke. They were going for edgy humor and they missed because it's dumb fake Zoomer humor. People born after the year 2000 should just not be given jobs that involve talking to millions of people. That is not a good idea. That is not their specialty, okay? I grew up talking to people by talking to people because I remember when my first friend got the internet when I was in about 7th grade. So what they initially wrote was, "Why are Tron players the way they are?" Which, I mean, if I hadn't disabled my Twitter account just to drive down their statistics and crash their company, and mostly just as a protest and in principle, I probably would have liked that tweet. I might have even retweeted it. I mean, I probably would have quote tweeted it with like, "Somebody gets it." But I get that it was like a joke, like, ha ha ha, let's, look at ourselves and laugh, that kind of thing. I think that's what they were going for. Where like even the Tron players would just be like, yeah, people kind of don't like the archetype, but like I'm old school and I like the deck, so like, ha ha, I'm the worst, ha ha ha. I think we know what kind of person at this point still uses Twitter and what kind of person follows like Magic the Gathering on Twitter. It's an archetype. And my second point here, when was the last time you met a liberal with a sense of humor? One willing to look inside and laugh at themselves and laugh and grow along with the rest of us? Hell no! Hell no! They wake up in the morning and it's like, yawn, stretch, who can I go off on today? Speaking of going off, it's been a hell of a week and we're going to do a mega rant tomorrow and it is going to be vicious. I might not even put Mega Rant in the title. I might just put Go Off Queen. And then like a snap emoji. Do they have that? Is that in emoji form yet? So anyway, Magic Esports went on to quote tweet themselves and say, "We'd like to apologize for this tweet. What was intended as a playful exchange missed the mark. There is no wrong way to enjoy Magic." That is absolutely not true. This tweet is not implicit approval to shame a fellow player for their choice of deck. So apparently it wasn't just like butthurt Tron people saying stop making fun of us. It was like, I guess World War III started in the comment section. Or, well, the reply tweets or whatever. It doesn't really have a comment section. I used Twitter for like 4 years and I still didn't bother to learn how really any of it works. It was just like posting memes and BTFOing people on political stuff. I was dropping truth bombs left and right too quick to learn what half the buttons do. And you might be thinking, but Des, there's really only 4 buttons. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the up arrow with the under, I don't know what that does. Does it upload it to the cloud? Okay, boomer. So the reply tweets or whatever the hell in this string or thread or conversation, I don't know, between the two tweets is like A Tale of Two Cities. If the book A Tale of Two Cities was written by absolute morons, aka Twitter users. I gotta say, some of these people on Twitter, when I do these like let's read Twitter reactions things, are pretty frickin' based though. So when I say Twitter users, I don't mean all of them. In fact, in most of these, it wouldn't even seem like the majority, but a lot of people with like a functioning brain have left Twitter in the last couple months, so it's getting worse. Let's start off with Beak's reply to the second tweet. "It's absurd that you even have to make this post." Well, that sums it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Just kidding. I'm gonna read the rest. So the number one reply to the initial tweet, I can't read because it says, "You're unable to view this tweet because this account owner limits who can view their tweets." Now, it could just be people who are logged in because I'm not. I really should just have a creeper account that never tweets anything, but I mean, I don't want to inflate their stats. I want them to go bankrupt. I don't know. Their account could be marked as private, but then why are they publicly replying? But the next one is just a GIF that says, "It's a joke." Guys, it's only game. Why you have to be mad? It's only tweet about game. So remember, the initial tweet was, "Why are Tron players the way they are?" Here we go. Somebody wrote, "Generally through lucky genetics and strong upbringing." I mean, I would have said child abuse and mental derangement, but I'm not on Twitter. Somebody else wrote, "A tough childhood, maybe." See, they get it. Somebody else just wrote, "Fire" with a bunch of E's. Somebody spitting that hot fire. Damien here in the studio. If you don't get that reference, you're a Zoomer. It's not Damien, it's Damien. I'm changing my channel name to Damien Magic. And everybody who mispronounces it, you're blocked. Somebody else, actually it was Elevation AV, says, obviously because they're bad at math, 1 + 1 + 1 = 7 in Tronland. That's clever. People just, eating popcorn and sitting back posting memes like, ha ha ha, you're all dumb. There's a lot of that. Somebody else posted, it looks like a Full Metal Alchemist meme on a shirt, but also like a Chinese ripoff. Oh, that's Karn. Wow, that is discount Karn. Okay, anyway, so the shirt says easy as 127. Even I'm not brave enough to try to get away with something like that. I mean, that's really not Karn. That looks more like the robot that Robin Williams played in that one movie. But I mean, if you want to go to court and say that that's not a Tron reference when Wizard sues you, just saying. Oh my gosh, the next tweet reply is the t-shirt manufacturer or salespeople saying, hey, that's us. Oh my God. And the initial shirt tweet has 232 likes. I'm starting to think that some marketing went on here. Clever. Somebody else replied, like as if they were the Tron player, my mom doesn't love me. There you go. Somebody else said that the real question isn't why are Tron people like that? It's the real question is why are Tron? That's deep. Somebody else posted a classic meme, but nobody asks how are Tron? And sad robot is sad. Somebody else just posted because reasons. Somebody else posted because Karn you, that's why. Karn you, damn it. The next reply, it says, is a tweet from a suspended account. Oh God. I can see the replies though. Oh, somebody must have been a naughty monkey. First reply, the fact that you took this as a negative statement, well, I mean, it is, but it's a joke, says a lot about your own perceptions of Tron players. The next reply is, they're a moron troll, check the profile. And I assume they're not replying to, Magic Esports. And then the third is the, I see you're a man of culture as well meme. Boy, they're piling up. That must have been a doozy to get them suspended. Somebody else posted, a Tron player walks into a bar and orders a drink. The bartender says that'll be $6. The Tron player puts 3 $1 bills on the counter and says, keep the change. Okay, I'm already sick of that meme, but you can tell, nobody took this seriously except for the people who took this seriously. And they're probably the angry, mincing, perpetually, offended types who are just mad at everything in the Magic world and their entire life. You know the type, basically a Twitter person. Somebody else basically said they're having flashbacks of the last World War involving modern archetypes and deck types that were acceptable versus not. I mean, really, it's just a mix of, ooh, you just kicked the hornet's net and just memeing it to death and having fun with it. I'm yet to find one of the truly pissed off people or just people getting just crazy over this because apparently they've all been suspended or run a private account. Typical. I told you, it's an archetype, but I'm going to keep scrolling just for you guys. Somebody else replied, in response to why are Tron players or why are they the way they are or whatever. You mean the best? Yep. Somebody else just replied, wow, in all caps. Wait, isn't that Strictly Better MTG who posted that? Wow, I'm so offended. I mean, wow in all caps, how else would you take that? Another person replied, because they are handsome, smart, and the friendliest people out there, can take for reference. I know quite a lot of them. I can't tell if he's actually defending it, he's actually clapping back, or if he's parodying them. That would be way funnier. We got the first one that I would summarize as, yes, screw Tron players. No replies. We got the Eric Andre, why would you say something so controversial yet so brave gif. Somebody else just posted a gif from Tron the movie. I mean, that took longer than I thought it would. Somebody else said that Tron players are the way they are because Infect drove them that way. Based. Another person just came out and said guilty as charged. I mean, there you go. Oh, I actually know who that is too. This is funny. They got a little more serious. Somebody posted people quit because of this kind of behavior. I don't know if they mean making fun of people who play Tron, or if they meant people quit because Tron is so toxic and annoying. Another person demanding that one of the Urz's lands gets banned. I say ban all 3. You want to really send a message about what people think of Tron? Don't ban just one of them. Another person answering the initial question of why Tron players are the way they are. The London Mulligan. Oh, spicy reply. Why are they such arrogant pricks who play it just to win and don't care about anybody else's fun or enjoyment of the game? Because the London Mulligan enables them to play Tron better. That's why. By the way, are you wondering why Tibble just took over Standard and I got from, Platinum to Diamond or whatever in just a couple days with nothing but Tibble? 100% impossible to play that deck without the London Mulligan. And that is the scenario that people are talking about when they said don't implement the London Mulligan. It's going to make glass cannon gimmicky combos too able to be done. You can't just give somebody 7 cards. You can't do that. I'm going to pull Tibble eventually, and I'm going to kick the crap out of you on turn 2 with it. So keep it on scrolling. Somebody said, every Tron player I've ever met has smelled. Ooh, we're getting mean. Another person, I was just asking myself this about Yorion players. Yeah, they need to ban Yorion immediately. I don't know if you've spent any time in like high-ranked Mythic. It is a toxic war zone of Yorion removal bullshit. And Red Rush. So we got a Control-a-thon, multicolored shit show, and Red Rush. That's pretty much 75% of games, which, let's back up the clock to Space Egypt. When Hour of Devastation came out, what were people playing? Oh, that's right, Red Rush and Hyper Control garbage. 2 of the most hated archetypes in Standard, and they keep designing them. Oh, we gotta go off on that, but let's get back on track. Somebody posted a mock-up of an anti-Tron shirt with just Tron with the no sign, and they said, what size are you? I will hook you up. At least it's somebody pretending to sell a t-shirt. The last guy was actually selling t-shirts. Another person get way too serious here because you never ban those lands, but the rest of the deck archetypes get hit by the ban hammer is what he probably meant to write. Remember, most Twitter people are borderline illiterate, which is ironic because a lot of them have English degrees and literature degrees and feminist dance study degrees. Somebody else replied, yo, you trying to fight? Yeah, we're getting past the early response and high upvoted memers and into the actually butthurt people. I knew they were coming eventually. They wouldn't have apologized. Okay, somebody making a Bane meme reference. Great. Evil cult reference. That makes sense. Because they rely more on luck than playing skills, basically, if I were to summarize that one. Shots fired. And here we go. Eldrazi MTG, aka at TM Styler. Can't believe Wizards of the Coast would say this. Unity build, don't create walls. That was almost in English. It kind of made sense when I was skimming, and then when I read it, I'm like, Unity build, don't, what, Unity without a comma, build, comma, don't create walls. What does that mean? What was that supposed to mean? Here we go. This one has to be the character limit. The problem with this is that there are folk who take this as confirmation that mocking strangers, no, I mock my friends who play this, because of the deck they play is okay because Wizards did it. No, they're an asshole. The deck is bullshit. I'm sick of playing against it. My time and my enjoyability of the game is just as important, if not more, as my opponent. So if I don't like them playing it, that is a perfectly valid assessment. If I say I don't want to play against it, that is my right. Shut the hell up at the best Ryan ever. But wait, he goes on. This is a real teacher making fun of one of the kids in class along with the other students energy. Be less judgmental. Or shut the hell up and get off Twitter. You do that, not them, you, because clearly you are the one taking this way too seriously. You are the reason they had to apologize, and then people are memeing on them for apologizing. And then like every reply telling them they were joking, it's friendly banter, it's just like elbowing. Next reply, somebody just put in all caps, I hate Tron players, followed by a lot of exclamation marks. Kind of says it all. I hate them. I can't stand those assholes. In my opinion, and by opinion I mean this is a absolute proven established fact, if somebody walks into an MTG event, friendly, competitive, otherwise, I guess not a tournament for money, because then like who cares about enjoyability and fun and fair gameplay? You only really care about prize money. But a friendly event, plays Tron, and every one of their opponents is like, really, Tron? I get to play against this garbage? Why do you play this gimmicky, stupid, luck crap? The stupid glass cannon, binary win condition, boring, repetitive trash. Why are you doing this? I'm not having fun, screw you. If you keep coming back and keep doing it and don't feel bad at all, there is something wrong with you mentally. You may be a sociopath. You may have some kind of unhealthy addiction to winning. You might have some kind of self-confidence, ego problem. There's something wrong with you. You are a defective human being. You need to sell the deck and you need to take the money and go to a therapist because there's something wrong with you. And I have now gone harder on Tron players than anybody in this entire Twitter thread, and I don't care because this goes for mill players. This goes for people who play hyper control, drag out, run your deck out decks from a year ago. If you know that your deck is the exact opposite of fun and everybody who plays against you is going to have a bad time, you need to get rid of that deck unless you are literally trying to acquire large amounts of currency with that deck by winning a tournament. Because then who gives a shit about other people's feelings? Anyway, let's get to the next offended Twitterina princess. We've got MTG Nerd Girl. She says, this is like McDonald's asking why some of their customers are overweight. Attacking a portion of your player base for engaging isn't going to help grow the community. Also, limited is the best format anyway. Draft is garbage, sealed is awesome. So no, limited the category is not the best format. Also, it's not a format. It's a category. That's why they call them the limited formats with an S. No, you should be able to call out, like legitimately, not even joking, call out the toxic members of any community to shame them into leaving it or changing their behavior. That's how you maintain a good community instead of, like, for every toxic player at FNM running some bullshit, broken, unfun, overpowered $800 net deck, there's 5 people that they drive away from FNM, okay? Who do you want leaving? The 5 reasonable people just trying to have fun, run a $50 deck and enjoy themselves with a fun hobby, or the asshole? Who is more valuable? And if you go just by numbers, it's the 5 people. You want to lose the 1 person, not the 5. So you either drive them away by calling them out repeatedly or just whatever. It's called social pressure. Social pressure is how you fix your customer base and how you fix problems in any community. Okay? So this whole, let's never say anything bad about anybody ever and everybody gets a trophy and if you hurt somebody's feelings, you should get the death penalty. Let's take that liberal Twitter horse shit and shoot it in the face and bury it in the backyard because that opinion is bullshit and you live in a fantasy world. Now I might be saying, why would we try to socially pressure people away from playing Tron while also angering them, alienating them, and making them feel bad and possibly making them quit the game forever? Well, we could just ban Tron, just prevent them from playing it, because it's not Tron that's the problem, it's Tron players that are the problem. It's that attitude, it's the I don't care about other people's enjoyment of the game, I want to win. I like stupid gimmicky combos and my opponent groaning over it because I'm an immature little 11-year-old who never grew up. I'm a fat 23-year-old man-child who took the bus here because I live with my mom and I'm unemployed because I play Magic and spend all my money on it, and I go to F&M with Tron because I still think it's funny, because teasing other people is funny, ha ha ha, I never grew up, I might have a social disorder. Sincerely, every Tron player ever. But this, you're making fun of autistic people. Well, I am autistic people. Last time I took an autism test, I scored so high I was going to screenshot it and print it off and take it to the damn government disability benefits office. But even I'm not this much of a sadistic, clueless, socially inept asshole to play Tron. Tron players should seriously just, like, what do they call that? Like a welfare check? I mean, that's more like, oh, is this old person okay? What do they call it where, like, you're locked up for your own good with a mental assessment and it's, like, court-ordered? What do they call it? It's like a something hold. They need to do that to all the Tron players. They really do. It's a symptom. Like I said in the last video, it's like liking feet or trains way too much. Those people, it's like, that's not it. They've also got bodies hidden in the backyard. Like, it's not just, they don't just stop at, I like feet and I like trains, okay? If you like both, that should be grounds for a search warrant right there of your property by itself. The US government needs to make an agreement with Australia so that we can resume sending the mentally deranged and criminally insane people like Tron players to their shitty island, where at least, thank God, the internet is so garbage they can't spew their vitriol on Twitter quite at this rate. It would at least slow them down a little bit. So yeah, as I go down, it's more butthurt people like Tim Wright saying, probably because people keep being encouraged to give them crap over a deck choice. Well, if I'm not having fun, but you are because all you care about is winning and that's fun to you, then 50% of the game is defective and we need to fix this. So yes, I'm going to complain about your deck choice if it's toxic shit that I don't want to play against. I don't know how this doesn't click in your head, Mr. Tim Wright at Tim's War on Twitter. I fail to believe that these people are that stupid. They're just that arrogant. They're just like a self-hating secret closet Tron player, and they just don't want to be called out, so they're going to try and justify it by, like, self-deluding. So basically then it's some more, they're too stupid to count to 3 correctly, and a bunch more Bane references. It gets a little repetitive after I keep scrolling, so, oh, here's a deleted tweet. It was deleted by the author, and the only reply that's still there is, quote, discrimination, LMAO, whoa, 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 whoa. Tron players are discriminated against. It's really not discrimination if it's something 100% within your control. I mean, it probably in the dictionary is, but let's be honest. But the one I want to end on is Davey. Based ass Davey saying, I see Wizards is getting so much better, in all caps, at community management. Haha, funny snarky joke I'm making, edgy joke. Haha, I can kind of poke fun at a little part of our community because that's what other people do and I'm mimicking them because I'm an edgelord Twitter PR manager. Oh shit, everybody's pissed. Now I'm going to apologize. Oh, everybody's pissed that I apologize to these 1% of butthurt idiots when they're the problem. I'll tell you right now, never in my entire life have I ever apologized to somebody when they're the one with the problem. I double down and tell them to take a hike. I know, super doesn't match with my personality if you've been watching my channel for a while. I'm never like that. I never escalate things when I know I'm right and when toxic people are being stupid. So, I mean, I was going to read the tweets from, like, the apology, but, like, I'll just read one. It pretty much sums them up. What the crap is going on with people nowadays? Do you really need to apologize for almost everything? That's pretty much every reply. They got roasted harder for apologizing to the people with the problem when 90% of people just like laughed at it, memed on it, and were like, yeah, I hate Tron legitimately, but still I'm not going to take it seriously. Yeah, so they need to fire their Wendy's wannabe, I follow a bunch of edgelords on Twitter and I can too, kind of clueless, no life experience dumb Zoomer. I guarantee that's who's in charge of this. True, sincere, like comedians, entertainers, and short content writers is who you want in charge of your social media, not, I can mimic what everybody else is doing. Am I doing it right? And it's just so fake because right off the bat, you're a corporate account. It's going to be seen as fake, pandering, stupid, cheap. And then you're trying to play, little Mr. Edgelord or whatever. And then you apologize. Well, there goes any kind of, I'm an edgy PR person. We're so snarky and we don't apologize to anyone. We say mildly offensive things and it gets 1 million likes. You don't then turn around and apologize to the people you offended. Like, imagine a stand-up comedian being like, I'm sorry for saying something about that clearly fake toupee you're wearing. That was insensitive. No, that was the joke. Deal with it. It looks terrible. They should know it. If they want to get butthurt about it and leave, then they're the one with the problem. So if you want to go check out the thread, there's more gold nuggets in here. People throwing Mill under the bus right along with them. People naming even worse members of the community. Like, not individuals, like, Like one said, people who play without sleeves, those are the absolute worst. They are ranked below Tron players on the totem pole. People just straight up telling them how to do their job, saying who's behind this account, it must be an absolute clueless dumbass. Another person saying if you truly regret the tweet, then just delete the tweet because you look even stupider replying to it and apologizing. Because now you pissed off the other half of the community. Half, more like 95%. So yeah, this was a disaster. Whoever runs this account should be fired. They're too stupid to do their job, clearly, and I got some more funny content about it. So thanks for everybody, at least still brave enough to be on Twitter, spreading truth, telling stupid people, calling them out, basically. We do need that, otherwise they all think that nobody disagrees with them, and all they do is go on going on and getting worse. That said, I still want to see Twitter bankrupt. This whole discussion could have happened on... I don't know, some alt tech platform, what, Gab or something? Is that like the Twitter clone? Was it Signal? Isn't that a messenger? Who cares? I'd support those platforms and know more about them if I gave a crap about social media. So let me know down in the comments section how much you hate Tron players and what you think the US government should do with them once they round them all up. Shock therapy, send them to Australia, blast them off to Mars. I'm open to anything. Let me know what you think should be done about this situation. And the next time somebody pulls out a deck you don't want to play, get up, take your stuff, leave. Don't even say anything. Or just say, I'm not playing against that. I'm sick of that deck and I refuse. Bye. You've then basically banned their deck. They are now not allowed to play Magic if you can get enough people in your store and your friends group and all that to do that to them. It's just like on Arena, there's no penalty for forfeiting in a brawl because it's not ranked. So if you don't like their brawl commander, turn 1 forfeit. Yes, they get a free win. Who cares? They don't get to play Magic that day. And it's getting so bad. No joke. I heard that people are like, I play the stupid fat giant triple chinned blue-haired Kieran or whatever the hell his name is, and like 50% of the people just forfeit when they see that I'm running Kieran. Like, why do they gotta be like that? Because you're an asshole and that card needs to be banned. That's why. F you. It's astonishing that these people don't know that they're the problem. No, it must be everybody else with the problem. Unreal. These are the people in our community that need to be driven out. Like, legitimately, they need to no longer play this game. They need to either change their entire personality and the way they interact with society, or much more likely just be kicked out of the game so we don't have to deal with their bullshit anymore. Very seriously. I know this is a very, funny haha video, but like, I cannot stand those people. I've had hundreds of videos calling out the worst members of the community for their stupid behavior and just ruining the game, ruining everything, and just being awful. And it ain't complaining for the sake of complaining. We need to get this shit done, okay? We need results. So get out there, complain. Don't be too scared. Don't be one of those non-confrontational people, because then nothing in society ever gets fixed, okay? I'm the type where if a customer's screaming at me and I'm at the checkout, I will literally just kick them out of my store. And I have. I kicked out about 7 people. In 7 years, but yeah, about 1% of people are batshit crazy. They looked at me shocked, like if I could read their mind for a second, it was like they said, but I just got away with this at Walmart and Target and the grocery store. Everybody else puts up with my little tantrum and my bad attitude and my insulting the people who work here, and I'm like, well, I'm the owner, you, get out. And it's like their brain broke. I've heard the reactions from people where they're like, they play one Tron land and the person says, I'm not playing against this. They gather up their stuff and they walk out of the store. Or they go find another match and the person just sits there like, but I just shuffled and this has never happened to me. Am I the asshole? Social pressure, word of the day. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next video. Yes, it's a phrase, not a word. Shut up.